What is going on, Detail family? What's going on? So today we got a pretty cool video for you guys. What is going on, Detail family? Today, what is going on, Detail family? We got a pretty cool video for you guys. So in the detailing world, there's basically about two things that you're gonna need and use and kind of want for your business, or if you're just a do-it-yourself person, to just have on hand to properly clean, your engine, your seats, your carpet, your dash, doors, everything, headlight, all that. So pretty much obviously what you'll need is your chemicals first, and you'll need definitely some microfiber towels. But when it comes to blowing things out or getting stains up and stuff like that, you would definitely want to have a vacuum on hand. And I'll probably do a video on that later. There was one job I went to when I was still doing mobile, and I forgot to bring the air compressor. And so if you've seen my videos before, you guys know that I use an air compressor basically for everything. I do have a drill attachment, spin brush head for my drill, so it's kind of wireless, so to speak. But I also have a drill brush attachment for my air compressor, as well as the air hose and stuff like that. And I'll just make a video on that, how I detailed a car without an air compressor, and all I had was literally a vacuum. So I'll definitely make a video on that. And also I'll probably make a video on, just my tools and equipment that I have here, because I know I get a lot of questions in the comment section below, like, where do I get this tool? How much is it? What tool to use for this and that? But anyway, back to this video. So yeah, like I said, you would need a vacuum, obviously, microfiber towels, cleaning solutions and products. And the two main things that people battle back and forth, and I know there's a couple detailers that only use this specific, they either use an air compressor or a steamer. And so I think it's pretty cool to have both on hand. You definitely want to have both on hand. Now, depending on if you want like a 5-gallon air compressor or 120-gallon air compressor, obviously it depends on where you are in the detail game. But since my business is growing, the shop is growing, I'm going to be adding window tinting to the business here soon. I'll definitely drop a video on that. I do have a steamer that I've used on my mobile detailing business, and now we just use it here. But my problem is that, for one, it did get hot enough to where kind of one of the tips I don't want to say melted, but it broke off because it was too hot. And it also carries not that much water. I believe it's probably like a gallon tank or so. And if I'm using it in detailing and in window tinting, take off window tint film, you definitely need a good steamer, and it has to have a big tank for steam to keep coming, because back windows, windshields, doors, door windows, taking off tint is not that hard on the doors, but for the back windshield, you definitely need a lot more steam for that. And so that's with that. I have picked up, and I went on Amazon and got this McCulloch. So that's what we're going to be reviewing today. But before we get into that, I'll show you guys my little steamer, if you haven't seen it already, of what do we have here in the shop. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm not too sure how to say this, but I got this off of Amazon too. I want to say around 80 bucks, probably 80 bucks. But this is a Baco ENG. Hopefully you guys can see that. The wheels that were on here fell off. You can see this thing has been in the ringer. It's kind of dusty right now. But here's obviously the top to take off to go to the tank. And you can see it's pretty light, pretty small, not too much. The cord is a little bit long, so you do have to drag this around. And the gun on here is pretty heavy. You got like a minimum steam to maximum steam. You get the regular trigger with the trigger lock right there. And then here's the button where you can detach heads and stuff like that. So right now there's like a pointed tip on this one, but we're not here to do a review on that one. I just want to show you guys the small version of this. But now we are going to get into the unboxing. So bear with me while I adjust so you guys can have a better look at what we got going on here. Okay, so this came in, I want to say like a week ago, before I went on, lockdown for COVID. So I was like, man, I gotta get back in here and make a video. Okay, as you guys can see, this thing is it's a big box, so it's definitely way bigger than that. Like I said, I think there was a gallon or 2 gallon tank. And then this one right here, I believe is a 5. But right off the bat, we've got a manual, and we've got a little net. Not too sure what this is, but that's kind of what it looks like. The deluxe canister steam system. So it's got a nice build to it. I was looking at the $600 to $1,000 steamers, but that's just kind of overkill. And before I get to the rest of it, this was on Amazon as well. Like it says the name right there, you guys can just search it up. But I believe this one was, I want to say 170 to 180. It was kind of a lot, but for a nice size steamer like this that will definitely last, and you can continuously run steam. If you're, like I said before in the beginning of the video, there's some detailers out there that use steam literally for everything. So that means doing the doors, doing this and doing that. Whereas me personally, I would use steam on gum, candy, some stains. May use it right there before I extract on a stain. I may use it, kind of to clean out the vents and stuff like that before I do the ozone machine. I may even steam clean the engine if a customer requests that. But besides that, I don't really use a steam cleaner method for too much. But to have this for the window tint business is definitely a must, because I'm gonna need that continuous steam. Like I said, that doesn't hold that much. So I may have 2 cars come in that get tinted, and I may have 2 cars come in that I have to remove tint, then tint, and I'm gonna just have to sit there and wait for this little one to heat up. And these usually take around like 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to heat up. But back to the unboxing, we've got the handle right here that I guess you roll it around with. It looks like to be a cord holder, but it's got the handle with the brand. So we're gonna set that down. Next, we have the poles. So these are probably the connecting poles that you can use if you're standing and you need to do the floors or something. Next, we have the attachment. This is kind of like a floor attachment, carpet attachment. It has the bristles right here, and the steam shoots out right here. I would definitely recommend, unless you're doing carpet, if you're doing like leather seats, definitely put a towel on here. Now most steamers, they're just used to steam stuff, but as details, we gotta be smart with it. Just wrap a microfiber towel around this, put like a rubber band or so, or anything that you can find, or you might have to just hold the towel on here, but watch your hands, it could get hot around this area since the steam is shooting through there. But yeah, just put a microfiber towel over it like this and then just scrub it. The floor, the carpet, the seats, the doors, the headliner if you must. Be careful with the headliner though. I didn't tell you guys to do that one. But be careful if you're using this on headliners. Like I said, more attachments. It looks like this attachment attaches to that so you can do a wider area. Like I said, this is like tools for the floor. Like if you're doing, floors with tiles and stuff like that. So we got that one. I may not be using that one. Another nozzle tip. So I'm not gonna take this out, but this is kind of like a stream chute, just like this one is on the little one I have. So that's that tip. This is kind of like a wide fan tip right here. Steam shoots out right here, so you can just drag this along and steam it. Ooh, we got a floor. I'm trying to come up with the word in my head. I don't know, but this is, you guys know what this is. You definitely put this on there, and you can scrub the floors and clean the floors with this. Throw this in the washer, clean it. We actually got two of those. Looks like two different types. So this one is more harsh. The microfibers are more harder on here, and then this one's super soft. Obviously, you guys can tell that from the color difference. Next we've got, and then this is the floor attachment, as you guys can see. Not that big, it's pretty big, but if you're doing the floor, you're getting shot out all right here. Got the hard bristles right here. And yeah, it's attached. This is pretty nice looking, I'm not gonna lie. Makes me kind of want to use it for my house, and I could. And that is a bag. I guess I can put all my tools in. So they give you a little cloth bag right there. We'll put this back and put that back over here. More attachments. Looks like you got like a what is it? I'm gonna have to come back to this. But you guys kind of know this tip right here. It's kind of like a scrub pad. I can't even think of the name. Oh man, it's gonna kill me. But anyway, some more attachments with bristle brushes in here. Scotch-Brite pad. That's what it looks like. So this is for definitely deep, heavy-duty cleaning right there. That's a tip that goes on the end of the gun. Next is a cup. So obviously this is your cup right here. You can just fill it up. No need to take that out the plastic yet. May not be using that. Next is this is just basically a kind of like a tray, you would say, and it has bristles around it. Obviously, this would fit on top of here, like so, for the floor cleaning. So that's definitely for the floors. Next, we have more attachments. We have hard wire brushes right here, as you can see. Tips for, I think I've seen a video on this. They were cleaning a shower with this. So, like again, they have bristles right here. You can do the tile floors. You can do, doors if you want to. For detailers, you can do them tight angles. Here's a tight angle tip right here. And the wire brush. You can still use the wire brush on carpets. I definitely have some tools that I use the wire brush for like stuff that's stuck in the carpet I can't get out. We have another tool right here. This one isn't bagged up, but again, another floor cleaner. You got the steam that shoots out. And then this is also, okay, so the steam shoots out of here in these little tiny holes right there. And then it's also got a squeegee on the back of it. So if you're doing like windows, like office building windows, you could do your shower door if you got like a glass shower door. You can still do the floor with this and squeegee it if you need. But that's kind of that. Pretty dope. May use that. Like I said, I may use this for home too. Or I may just buy one for the house. Besides that, we've got our cord right here with our gun tip. You guys can see that. This is the clicker for the attachment, so you just slap the attachment on, clicks into place. You got your plus and your minus for how much steam you want to come out. Looks like you got a trigger lock system. This little button right here. And then you got your trigger. So I can hold it now, lock it into place, so I don't have to hold it forever. It's pretty sweet. Here's the side-by-side comparison. Obviously this little one has a bigger gun, so I guess it may produce more. It feels more like durable, but this one is heavy. It's definitely not made cheaply. I'm feeling the material. This one feels a little bit cheaper, but it's heavier, and I feel like it may be a little more powerful. We'll probably have to do a versus video on that, but nice long cord, definitely longer than the small one. I will say that. So if I stand up, I have that much cord coming out the box. And now it's time to take this bad boy out. All right. So. Hopefully you guys can see that. This thing is pretty big. It's wrapped up. Let's get it unwrapped. All right. Okay, so I'll bring you guys in and check it out. Okay, so we've got her out of the bag. Nice. I like this, gloss black and matte black look. Looks real professional. I'm guessing this right here is for the gun, I would think. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Looks like this is for the tank. Let's see here. Yeah. Nice size tank on it. It gives you actual pressure gauge, which, a temperature gauge, which is pretty sweet. all in all, it's not, you know, too big. You can take a look at this old one right here. Like I said, we might do a versus, but just a step up, you know, just that extra, without paying, you know, $1,200, $900 for a Jiffy steamer. But cord looks nice and long. I would probably have to say about 25 feet, which is perfect. Like I said, it has the attachment handle on here, so you can pull this around the car. The cord is pretty long. Let me just, I'll have to say this is more than, it's probably about like 5 yards, fully extended, if we're talking football field. Yep, it's about like 5 yards, maybe a little bit over, but definitely 5 yards. Let me go ahead and put this together and then I'll get back with you guys. Okay guys, here we are. It's fully complete and set up. The only thing I had to do was literally attach the handlebar. There was nothing to screw in, nothing to mess with really. It's by these pins right here. So you just push those in and put them back right there. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm right by the furnace. But yeah, so this cord, this little piece right here, it just pulls. I actually unscrewed it. These two right here, it pulls. You just unscrew it a little bit, pulls out and turn it and snaps it back in place. I have to turn them the opposite way so it can fit the extension cord. I don't have it fully on, but that's because it's still wrapped up, you know, kind of how it was in the packaging. With the hose though, I thought these two hooks were the actual things to go on there and hold the hose, but looking at the picture in the manual, it just shows the extension cord wrapped up right there. Now these little hooks right here are for the attachment. So I took off the floor attachment, and you can see this little groove right there in the middle. Obviously this, you know, can be stored somewhere else, but I just wanted to show you guys. The little ones are tightly wrapped up in plastic, and I'm not going to open those yet, but I could just hook it right there, you know, for these little tools that I showed you guys in the beginning. They simply just slap on right there. So that's what you can use those little notches for. And I will say this though, it sucks because for a minute I thought, man, maybe this goes back down in here so you can keep it, you know, kind of looking nice. But this is kind of what the setup looks like for it. I don't know if they, you know, kind of knew, you know, kind of what this would be used for, but I would definitely like, if they come out with a new one, to be a little more neat and, you know, precise and like the lookness of it. The gun does attach right there, right by the handle. You can pick it up and carry it like sideways, like this one, like kind of like a suitcase. The wheels look pretty durable. Obviously it's plastic, same as the other one. Another thing is the power button is right here, so that's cool. That's not too bad. I definitely like the heat gauge right here. That's sweet. It does have like a little balance issue, but I guess that's because it's, you know, not full. And the last thing I would probably say, this last one, along with the lookness of it, it's not looking, you know, super sexy to just have right there on the wall somewhere. I would love for the cords to be kind of hidden or have a place to go, but the cord is just kind of hanging out. I have it looped to the handle. That's my only downfall for this one. And the next downfall would be the handle right here. I'm about, you know, the doctors say 5'11". I say shit, I'm 6 foot on a good day. But I mean, it's not that hard for me to carry this and wheel it around, but for you taller guys, This is as far as the handle goes, and it's probably about 4 feet maybe. So if you're like 6'5" or 6'3", you know, it may be like a backbreaker for you guys. But that's pretty much all you get. I don't have a car in here right now, so I can't show you guys how to use it, but on the next clip I'll definitely wait for a car to come in. We'll get to using it. See you guys on the next clip. Okay, so now it's time to see what the hype is about. This is a very popular steamer in the detail industry, and as you can see, there's a couple attachments you got to put on before you put on the brush head. The reason why I put on the brush head and just not the just original tip sprayer is because the brushes will, you know, kind of agitate and kind of scrub the product that I'm about to spray in right now. This is basically an all-purpose cleaner that I like to use, that I get from my detail supplier. If you guys haven't seen my detail supplier video, and you know that, I'll definitely put it in there next to watch. But as you can see, the scrub, the little bristle pads on there, they're scrubbing all the stuff that I would wipe down. And I'm just trying this out, you know. Now keep in mind, you definitely want to remove any debris, any trash or anything like that that's in all the doors or wherever you're about to use this steamer, because this steamer is super hot. I have melted a crayon before that I totally missed to grab, and I kind of had to like throw away a towel. So just keep that in mind. You don't want to melt any candy or chocolate, because then you'll be stuck there trying to steam it out for like 30 or so minutes, depending on how much is in the door handle. And as you can see, it worked really well. There was a ton of steam that came out. I love it. Compared to my little one over there that you can see in the corner, the red one, this one holds a ton of water, so you could definitely use this on a full vehicle. I haven't been able to use it on a van, so to speak. But with that being said, I'm not too sure if this is a tool I would use on the on every vehicle every time. I know there's a lot of guys who, you know, love steam the most and this and that, but I'm all about saving time and moving the quickest and being the most efficient, so I can get my customers' cars in and out, you know, and I can get on with my day and also have time to do other things. And as you can see right here, I'm still forever going to use my air compressor. It's my go-to. It's my ride or die. It's the one I depend on the most, and it's just the ultimate tool any detailer can have in their tool belt. So the steam works really well. For those guys who, you know, probably watch my videos and see me spray a ton of product in the little speaker right there, in question, does it work or not, or does it, you know, kind of mess with the speaker? It doesn't, but you can also use a steamer for that as well. You just gotta have an air compressor to blow all that out, or even a vacuum, you know, to kind of scrub that out. So now we'll be moving on to the seat. As you guys can tell, I've been using this new drill brush head that I've got on my drill, just to kind of preserve the life of my air compressor. But I will say the air compressor drill brush is way faster and may even be a little bit better. You just have to take time with this one and also charge it, which, you know, in between jobs can be kind of hard charging it. And just another quick pro tip, you definitely want to do this if you have seats to do and you have, you know, some other things to do before you know, vacuum. That's why I always vacuum last. You definitely want to do this steaming part first, to the whole car, to the seats, the carpet, whatever you're gonna do it for. You definitely want to do this first, because you will be spraying product and steam will be getting everywhere, and you don't want to have to go back and wipe down everything that you've already cleaned up. So just keep that in mind. As you can see, these seats weren't too bad, but you can see the top section right there has some, you know, sweat spots, stains up there, but you can see this bottom seat comes out perfectly. And then of course, bam, I'll team it up with the extractor just to, you know, kind of put the dagger in the heart and seal the deal so there won't be no complaints from the customer. And then obviously once this is done, you would you know, let the car dry, set it outside, turn the heat on or whatever, and, you know, do a quick 30 to an hour depending on how heavily stained the seats were. Hopefully you guys like this video, share it, and subscribe for more to come.